everybody. Welcome to the call today. Mr. Foster's here. We could get started now. I do not know the words to that song. I'm way too young. So, for all of you that did, God bless. How are you laughing, Carrie Doll? Guys, I'm so excited. I do know that song, and I'm proud to say I do it. So, thank you, DJ Melissa, for bringing us some celebration this morning or this afternoon, depending where you're at. But I'm super fired up and excited. This is not going to be a long call, but it's going to be a very powerful call. So with that being said, make sure you take the time, and I mean it. Anybody you care about, which should be everybody, take the time, send them a text message. I mean, we've got such a blessed opportunity this morning. You're going to hear from one of our senior vice presidents, my personal mentor, and guys, the president of our company, the gentleman that was part of this 31-year-old blessing that he had the vision and continues to pour the vision into us, is here because of the production that this team does, because of the lives that we've blessed together. So we're going to hear from him. I'm so excited. I like to call him one of my personal mentors as well. Over the last look, my name is Monica Bernardino. I took a look at this opportunity. I said yes back in 2008. So I've been here a really long time. And, you know, here's one thing I can honestly tell you. I'm more excited today than I've ever been in this opportunity. When we say you're at the right place at the right time with the right people, we really mean it from our hearts. So we're gonna get this call kicked off and ready to get started and be grateful. If you've ever done anything like this before in your life, you're light years ahead of me because I never did anything like this. So with the power that you're gonna hear this afternoon and the word this morning and just what's going on. So I'm going to get myself out of the way for real this time and bring up, again, our senior vice president individual I have a ton of respect for. Not only is he a phenomenal mentor, he's a father, he's a brother, a husband. I can go on for days. This gentleman wears many hats. And this morning, he almost lost all of them in the hurricane that just hit Texas. So I'm very grateful he's still doing well and alive and here to share with you this afternoon. So my very dear good friend and brother, Senior Vice President, Mr. Patrick Mazer.
I don't know about you, but I feel good. I don't know about you, but I feel good.
Wow, man, what an exciting kickoff to the call. Thank you, Regional Vice President Monica Bernardino. We appreciate your leadership, all that you do on a continued basis. And we've got a bunch of people in the waiting room. We're going to let them just all pow in here. We've got almost 200 plus people on the call. This is going to be an extremely powerful call. And if you did not get a text message or an email, make sure you go to our team website. We're going to put it in the chat. Make sure that you are able to register so that way you're not missing any of these last minute important calls that we put together. And as you might be aware, from a team perspective, we do not spend a lot of time on calls, but when we do, we really try to bring as much value as we can. And that's why we're really encouraging any of those last minute text message. This is an all IBO call. It's not going to be designed for people that are not part of the ACN family, but for people that are. So whether they signed up yesterday or they got involved 20 years ago, make sure they do get that last minute encouragement text message letting them know the call is about to begin, because today's call is going to be an incredible one. You're going to get a chance to really meet, as I'd like to call it, the fiber, the DNA of this company, an individual that really needs no introduction within this community, somebody that stepped out 30 plus years ago and created what we're all involved in here today. And today is an extremely important
recording
day,
in progress,
because you're going to get a chance to get an opportunity for some to meet for the first time. For others, it's going to be an opportunity to get a chance to learn from an individual that I've taken tons of notes from. He changed my life, changed the way that I think. Today, we're celebrating over 23 years being part of this company because of the individual that you're going to get a chance to hear from today. So we don't take this call lightly. We believe this is going to be a historical call as you get an opportunity to meet the president, one of the 4 co-founders of this great company. If we could, let's just show him our appreciation to our very own president and co-founder, Mr. Greg Provenzano, everybody.
You're simply the best.
Thank you, everyone.
Better than all the rest.
Well, thank you so much, Pat. It's an honor to be here. And I could not wait to get on this call because there's so many great things that are going on right now with ACN that I just want to take a few minutes just to share my heart with all the ACN IBOs that are on the call here today. And Pat, you alluded to the fact that there are some veterans on the line, as well as people that just joined the Rockstar organization. And I want to talk to every single person today, no matter what level you're at, because this truly is a special time in our company's history, and with a special organization that is called the Rockstars. And, the Rockstars have been dominating the production charts for many, many years. They continue to do so. Simply because they've embraced some of the things that I want to talk to all of you about today, and because they're so important. It's such an important time for you to take advantage of, to do some great things for yourselves and for your families. And so I want to talk to you about those things that I believe are going to make a difference, because we have an event that's coming up that I'm going to be sharing you with some details on before the end of the call, that we're all going to be together in Cleveland, Ohio in about 3.5 weeks. And in a 3.5 week window of time, I'm telling you, that's enough time for you to put things in motion to initiate things that will change the course of your family trees forever. That's a big statement to make, but we're with a big company, and we're with people that are large personalities and people that want to do some great things for themselves and for their families as well, that continue to provide the environment to attract people just like all of us. We're all like-minded. We all want to do greater things. We all want to have an impact on people's lives. That's why I'm on the call here today, is because this is what this organization, the Rockstar organization, represents, from the top all the way down to people that are just joining. And those of you that just joined, I know that you have already got a great feel for who you're in business with. And it's simply because they have embraced what I'm about to talk to you about in a big way, and don't get tired of doing it. They've been doing it for over 2 decades as well. We as a company have been around for over 3 decades. So this isn't something that we believe is going to be successful. We've already proven that over many, many years, and we're just attracting as many people as we can to do greater things for their lives, and we will continue to do it as long as the Lord allows us to do it. And so the first thing I want to talk to you about is, I believe that it's important for all of you on this line to embrace this fact that ACN fills a major gap in people's lives. And I think that's important, because the gap that people have, actually there's many gaps, but a few of the gaps that I can talk to you about are relational gaps, financial gaps, mentorship gaps. Those 3 things alone are the very critical components that has brought ACN the success that we've had over the last 3 decades. Relationally, we provide a great environment for people to plug into, that people just feel special, they feel important, they feel valued, which is not really the case in the general populace of the world. People aren't feeling valued out there. They don't feel important. They don't feel like they have a purpose in life. We provide that environment to give people that sense that they truly matter in life. And I think that's a great component for our company. I believe that has what has set us apart from all of the rest. I believe that with everything that's in me. We also fill a gap of a financial gap for people. How many of you realize, shouldn't even ask that question, because we all realize that inflation is running rampant today. Whether you're pumping gas at a gas station, whether you go to the grocery store, whether you're looking at interest rates on a mortgage, or renting an apartment in a big city, things have doubled, possibly even more than that in some cities. I know I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and those percentages have skyrocketed for people just to live above sustenance level today. It's not an easy thing to do. And ACN provides a way to fill that financial gap that is so necessary today, because the average American family today, they don't have a hope for a better future right now. They don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do. And they're scrambling today. Well, we fill that financial gap by providing an opportunity, as you all know, to start off on a part-time basis with very little capital, to be able to earn money on services that people need, want, and use every day and get paid for every single month. Just that fact alone is a dream come true when you really understand that process of what we do. To get paid off of bills that people are paying for every single month, on services that they can't go without. Those two facts alone are a dream come true. And so we fill major gaps in a big, big way. And this Rockstar organization has been paramount in filling those major gaps by building their company within a company and helping others to do the same. And they've embraced in a big way this hybrid model that we've been able to adopt ever since COVID. And this organization has perfected that model where they use Zoom technology to create momentum. They meet together on a physical basis, and that is what has brought them to the #1 spot in all of ACN, which is why all of you on this call are very excited to be a part of this organization. And the third thing that this organization has embraced is the duplication model. See, your #1 responsibility as an ACN IBO is to find other leaders. And that's the #1 responsibility of everybody within ACN. Well, this organization, the Rockstar organization, has done that with excellence. In fact, the reason why the Rockstar organization is the #1 organization in ACN right now is because they have been able to produce other leaders that do exactly what the leaders know how to do in the same manner of which they do it. And most other organizations, they don't know how to do that. They're trying to get that leadership develop momentum. Well, this organization has perfected it. And so why do I bring that up? I bring that up primarily for all the brand new people. #1, to give you confidence with who you're in business with on a daily basis. But #2, to give you confidence in a company that has been around for 31 years that continues to provide that environment for all of those things that I just mentioned to foster. Now, why are we all on this call? It's because in about 3.5 weeks, we are all going to be together in Cleveland, Ohio for the very next Elevate event. Now, for those of you that have never been to an Elevate event, let me give you a glimpse of what they will do. #1 is by spending 2 days with us, 2.5 days with us. Those of you that are going to qualify to be at the co-founder forum on Friday night, it'll be 2.5 days. That will advance your careers by a minimum of 6 months. So let me ask you a question. If you're serious about building your ACN business, and I believe that all of you are, otherwise you would not be on this call. If there was a way to advance your business, advance your careers, advance your momentum, accelerate your success by 6 months, by spending 2.5 days with us, would it be worth your time to get to Cleveland? Now, I can understand if you don't have those big aspirations, if you don't have those big goals, then you're going to shy away from Cleveland. But if you really want to accomplish something great, Cleveland will be an absolute must for you. Now, why do you want to be in Cleveland? #1, to accelerate your business. #2, is you're going to be in front of the best people in all of ACN. All the top producers, all the people that have been around for years, that started where all the brand new people have started, that have paid a price for many, many years, and they've won. Those are the people that are going to be teaching and training you and teaching and training everyone else that you bring to the environment. And so what in essence that you're doing is you are hiring the best people in all of ACN to help to build your company within a company. The co-founders are going to be there. We're going to have a co-founder leadership panel on Friday night for regional directors and above, where you're able to ask any questions that you deem important enough to ask, that you want to glean some information from some of the co-founders. We're providing that environment for the regional directors and above. And so those of you that aren't regional directors, you have little more than 3 weeks to get that done so you can qualify to be there with us on Friday night. And then on Saturday and a half a day on Sunday is when we just pour everything we have into you and everybody in your organization so that we can help accelerate your business, accelerate their vision, accelerate their belief, so that when they leave and go back home on Sunday from Cleveland, Ohio, on the 23rd of June, that they will be totally different than when they showed up to that event. Why? Because we prepared and we spent so much time pouring goodness back into people that the real world has stripped away from them. And they feel so empowered when they leave. And what does that result in? That results in more production. That results in bigger producers, people that are going to build and accelerate their business in a big way. And as they win, everybody on this call will win in a big way. So that's why I wanted to be on this call here today. And I appreciate Mike and Pat to ask me to be on this call, is because I don't want to see anyone miss the opportunity to be in front of the best people in all of ACN in a little more than 3 weeks' time. The reality is you're hiring us to build your company within a company. What better way to accelerate your business than to do that? So for 3.5 weeks, here's what I would do if I were you. I would make today a business building day for ACN. That means that today I'm gonna secure commitments for more people to come to Cleveland than I had yesterday. Tomorrow, the same thing. The next day, the same thing. For until the day comes when we're all going to be together in Cleveland, Ohio, June the 21st, I would be pushing hard for people to get to Cleveland because I know what that Cleveland event will do. Now, let me give you a little tip here. I know as well as you know that when you invite people to a conference or you invite people anywhere, the first thing that comes up in their mind is why they can't go or why they can't do something. And they start conjuring up all these thoughts, whatever the case may be. I can't get off work. I can't reschedule I can't miss my kid's soccer game. I can't reschedule the important thing that I have going on June 21, 22, and 23. No, none of that. Well, it all depends on the importance that you place on anything. Because I believe this next statement to be very true, that we all ultimately do what we deem the most important thing to do. We always make time for the most important. How many of you would agree with that? The reason why we're all on this call and not doing something else is because you saw more value in being on this call than doing something else. Otherwise, we'd be doing something else. If I saw something more valuable than being on this call at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, then I would be doing something else. But to me, this is the most important thing, is to communicate with you the importance of being in Cleveland. That's why I'm on this call. And the reason why you're on this call is because you saw more value doing this than doing something else. So the question that I have for you is this: how much value can you place on people being in Cleveland where they will not want to miss it because you've instilled your belief and created value that they didn't have yet? How good can you be? How sold out can you be? How committed can you be to the process of building your company within a company, from large event called Elevate to the next large event? Well, we're all going to be together in about 3.5 weeks. And I would take every single day, if I were you, if I was serious about building my company within a company, I would take every day and make it a serious business building day where you have more people going to Cleveland than you ever have, and allow us to go to work for you to build your company within a company. Is that a deal? Well, I hope that I've instilled some belief in you, some vision in you about what the possibilities are, because we know that the people that show up to Cleveland with a large organization, they leave Cleveland with a lot of momentum and great things happen. That's happened for 31 years, folks. The people that show up to these large events, they always leave with more momentum than when they went in. So use this as the business building tool that it was designed to be. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the season. And we can't wait to see all of you in Cleveland, June 21, 22, and 23. So, Pat, I'm going to give this call back to you, buddy. Thanks for giving me time today on this call. I see a bunch of people on the line, over 200 people. I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to see what's going to happen for this organization coming out of Cleveland.
Well, thank you, Greg. And we are so passionate about this event. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you're going to see this team bring to Cleveland. And we are so appreciative of your time today. Let's all give Mr. Provenzano a round of applause. Thank him for generously giving up his time today to be on today's call. And we will not disappoint, Mr. Provenzano. So we will be there with a lot of people in Cleveland.
Nice. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Wow, what an amazing message. And you can see why we're so passionate about this opportunity. And just sitting here taking notes, relationship building, your greatest friends will come out of this opportunity. My best friends are in this opportunity because we're all on the same accord. We're moving in that same direction. And when you talk about mentorship, how many of us agree it's very rare in life that you get a chance to get poured into by people that have your best interest at heart? Meaning the better you do, the better all of us do as an organization. And then also to be able to put ourselves and our family in a position to capitalize on the fact that the American public is needing an opportunity today more than ever before. And I think all of us are seeing the cracks in the economy on a daily basis. But let me give you a couple little tips to make sure that, one, you're in a better position when it comes to taking advantage of what Mr. Provenzano talked about. First thing is our team website. This is wealthinstituteinc.com. Wealthinstituteinc.com. You're going to see right here at the bottom a way for you to make sure that you are up to date on every call, on every Zoom, that nothing is passing you by. You and your team is incredibly up to date to what's happening. And then also being able to register for the event when it comes to Cleveland right here. So that's going to give you an opportunity to get registered. Right here's the information, everything you and I need to know. Lots of places to stay. I would get my ticket first while tickets last. So make sure today you are registered so that you do not miss out on this event. And now let's get to the business of bringing other people. Let's get to the business of bringing people to the event and allowing for the event to do the work that none of us can do on our own. I mean, I know big decisions are made at big events, and people need big decisions now today more than ever else. And they need to be in an environment that allows them to win and allows them to win on a big, big level. Also, for those of you that want to be a part of today's impact call, we're doing a very special impact call today with the CEO of Impact, Mr. Phil Chrysler. So that's going to be literally in 30 minutes from now. We'll put that information in the chat so that you can make sure you plug that in. For those of you that want to get an opportunity to learn more about Impact, maybe you have some customers or some new people that want to really understand the significance of this particular service. Again, that's going to take place in 30 minutes, and Phil Chrysler will be upon that call. And again, he's going to be making some announcements at this convention that nobody will be able to know about until they're there. Impact is about to disrupt the healthcare arena by bringing some announcements into the marketplace that I promise everybody in that audience is going to want to ask questions, or going to want to take great notes, or going to want to be up to speed on what's happening. Every single business in America starting June 1 will all start to get their updates on what 2025 pricing will be for healthcare for their businesses. That starts coming out June and July. So the American public, imagine business owners seeing a 15 or 13% increase, in some cases even more, for healthcare in 2025. So what you think is unaffordable now, wait till they get the increased notices starting the summer of 2024. So how many of us know business owners that would love to bring some money back into their business instead of all of it going back out? And again, these announcements and much, much more is all going to be given to us at this upcoming event that's going to be in June 22nd and 23rd. When people go, hey, I want to know more, that's why we want you at that event and your team. So we're all on the same accord. We're all working together. We're all out there doing something special, especially now more than ever before. So hope we served you here today on the call. All the information for the event is in the chat. Please get this out to your team. Also, for those of you that want to be a part of the Impact event here in 30 minutes, the information is also in the chat for you to plug into and be a part of. So thank you all for your generous time. I hope everybody had a memorable weekend, holiday, and now it's time to go to work and start making a difference as an organization. So let's get in front of some people over the next 3 weeks. Let's share with them the vision of what we're doing. Let's show them how important it is for them to be protected from the financial uncertainty that all of us are experiencing around the world. So with that, that concludes today's call. God bless everybody. Thank you all for jumping on here today. And we're looking forward to seeing you at this upcoming event, everyone.